This is just a really terrible video, but it's kind of entertaining. So this we've been hearing a lot lately about the Turing test. Alan Turing was a computer scientist who worked for MI6 and the National Security Agency during the 40s, and he developed some computer algorithms to help break the Enigma encryption program the Nazis used during World War II. So we're going to call the Apple Store, and I noticed this the other day. I wanted to call and ask a question. When would be a good time to just stop by? And because the stores is always really busy, and one of my issues with the upper level management is with the stores. I think the stores could be performing better. And if you look here, we have 2 and 3 star ratings for the stores, which is abysmal. So we're going to call the Apple Store, and a robot picks up, and you can hardly tell that it's a robot. And so we have to figure out questions when you're dealing with a robot that it's like playing a poker game. Whenever you're doing this stuff with people or robot, you're playing a poker game. So we're going to call now the number to the Apple Store in Maryland. The robot's going to pick up, and we have a feeling that it's a robot, but we have one question, and the one question is going to totally give it away.
Thanks for calling the Apple Store in Columbia. Apple Watch is here. Find out how to order your watch online or schedule a try-on appointment by visiting apple.com/watch or downloading the Apple Store app. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance. How can I help you today?
Are you a person or a robot?
I'm an automated response system designed to help you with all your Apple needs. Thanks for calling the Apple Store at Columbia. Apple Watch is here.
Yep,
Find
bastard,
out how to
the
order
jig
your
is up.
watch online or schedule a try-on appointment by visiting apple.com.
He actually sounded sad. I'm a robot. I'm not a real person. I'm a robot. So, that was the question. Very quickly off the cuff, I was trying to think, how's the fastest way to find out if a robot is a robot? If you think the robot's a robot, ask him if he's a robot. But if you call the Apple Store in Columbia, whether the robot's there or the robot's in Cupertino, I don't know. Perhaps the calls you can transfer calls now, so perhaps the calls get routed to like Nevada where there's Apple servers. And what's interesting too, as I noticed today when I called, is they have this sort of fake typing sound in the back to make it sound like a person is typing the question in. So between the time you ask the question and you get a response, what's happening here is the human brain puts things in categories. So the robot's trying to put the context of a question in a category. The time it needs to process that, what they do is they pretend like a real person is typing in a computer the question. The robot processes the answer and it comes back. So you can ask any kind of question. The problem here is you're not going to get an answer. Like, when's the best time to stop by a store? They could have algorithms that figure out when the store is busy or less busy, but the computer does not know. And that's the way they get around that is they have sort of a neurotypical algorithm going. So, like, the computer sounds like it's a person that doesn't know the answer. It's interesting. Put your comments in the response below. Do you think it's good that Apple's using robots to answer the phone? For a long time, well, back in the day when I was going through college and I was working different jobs, I'm a fast learner. So sometimes I'll learn a job and I'll just work it for a few months and then do something else or leave. Or usually the job will just close. But I did switchboard for a while. Nobody uses switchboards. If you've never noticed, in the last 15 years we've used this thing that's if you speak English, press 1. If you speak Spanish, press 2. And on and on and on and on, and you take a half an hour to get to a call and then you get hung up on. When this is different. This is a robot. So what do you think is better? Do you think it's better to have a switchboard? Do you think it's better to have people in India routing calls? Do you think it's better to use press 1, press 2, press 3, or robot. But the title of this video is going to be Apple Store Robot Fails the Turing Test. And it's going to be, I predict it's going to be a huge video. Unless YouTube buries it. Maybe Apple will pay YouTube to bury it. And we'll find out. And this is one of them things where it's like you're a nerd and you can go play with it yourself, you know. You could call the Apple Store, and if the robot answers, you could ask them, how long does it take to suck a bag of hard candies? I don't know. Have some fun with it. Leave your comments below.